probably see a lot in our videos here and there, pictures of the seeders we use, the planters we use. I know I talked a lot about the Matermac, but one thing I haven't talked a lot about is this planter right next to me. This is the Jang 5 seeder. This was the first seeder on this farm, purchased cordially from my grandfather and my father. I think we purchased this unit for somewhere around $600-700, probably back in 2000, I don't know, 16 or 17, I'd say. This is a great little tool. It's really, really simple. It's well built, and it can adjust and plant a lot of different seed actually. The reason we got this is because I was so small starting out, and we weren't doing a lot of, large plantings of stuff. So I needed something that I could plant a plethora of different things with a small scale and not have a big burden of an expense early in my business. And still now, 6-7 years later, I still use this every season because we are planting all different kinds of things on a small scale for our farm stand, our CSA, you name it. And it's just, this is actually faster than to hook up my Matermac and do to go plant 200-foot beds. This I can get done in twice the time versus my Matermac, just with how it's built, how it's designed, and how quickly it is to change some stuff out. So I wanted to go over a few things with it quickly, just to kind of give you guys an idea of how it works, if you'd be interested in it. So it's easy. We got a handle up here. This adjusts back and forth, which is actually really nice when you're trying to plant next to, on the side of a bed, or even in the middle where you can't really reach over and walk down the center of it. So that adjusts very easily. It's very nice. Just slides back and forth if you want in the middle, or off to the left, or off to the right. And it just tightens with a knob here. You can also right here adjust the height of your handle up and down, which makes it very nice. I'm short, so it's pretty much all the way down, but it's a nice working height for me. But if you have someone else working on your farm doing seeding, you can put it up here for the taller people. And then this can come off for transport if you really want to. I keep it together. The unit probably only weighs about 20 pounds, overall. So it's really lightweight, easy to maneuver. The next big part with this is the seed hopper right here. And all this consists of is a cover. Seed goes in here. They have a nice gauge here. It might be hard to see, but this is actually a seed sizer to the different discs that you use to plant here. So you can easily throw your seed in one of these holes and gauge, okay, radishes, I'm gonna need that says a 3.5. I think they make a little smaller hole, but you can throw your different size seeds in there and know how big of a seed plate you need to buy. So this is fairly simple. This is run off a gear system, and I'll take that apart in a minute. These parts are very small, so they're kind of easy to lose. But how you get into your seed hopper is there's a little screw, and this just opens up like this, and your disc pops out. And this might be hard to see, but this is a X24, so it has 24 holes in it, and they're offset. And the X, I believe, stands for the size of the hole. But this is what I use to plant radishes. I can plant different things like arugula. I can plant spinach with this. It's a little too small for things like beets, but I have the exact same hole punch with a larger hole size for my beets. And you can do a few other things with this, but this is just one disc or roller, they call them. I have probably 6 or 7 different ones for the different stuff I'm planting. And these tools are great for planting small seeded crops, but you can also plant bigger stuffs like sweet corn or beans with them if you really wanted to. But for my business, my operation, we use the Matermac to do the larger seeded stuff primarily, and because it's a larger acreage. But things like radishes are, we're doing small scales and many settings of them, so it's really easy to grab this machine and just run out to the field and throw some stuff in. So I went through that pretty quickly, but it goes together the same way. The big thing to watch out for is that there's a gear right here that goes to a gear drive down here on the planter. I can spin that around for you quick. Try not to lose your tools because it will happen. So right here the gear on the seeder sits, and then there's a little chain here that gear sits into, and when you spin your tires, you can't see it, but that spins this to turn the seat out. On the other side, you have right here is a set of gears with different gear sizes that you can switch to change your seed size. So based off the number of holes you have in your roller and the gear size will determine what you're wanting, what your seed spacing will be. So again, this is a wicked easy machine. This really, you know, makes changing seed a lot easier because this pops right in and out very easily. The gears are very easy to change, and it makes your efficiency of planting a lot faster. And it's a well-built machine. This is a 1-row. They make, I think, up to a 5 or 7-row combined. You can buy these for toolbar units to mount on tractors, and they're an all-around great machine. So highly would recommend one. You know, if you're starting out or if you're a smaller scale vegetable farm, this is definitely, you know, probably a tool you're going to want to have. I know they have other Earthways, or, you know, like the Planter Juniors. The Earthways, I'd never used one, but I know they're pretty cheap and chintzy. This is, you're paying for it, but you're going to get, you know, a long life out of it, and you're going to get a better seeding product out of it, a better end-all product out of it with your seeding and the different crops you're seeding. So that's a little overview on the Jang. If you have any more questions, you can put them in the comments below and I'll try to get to them. Like I said, this is a tool we try to use, you know, probably every week it's being used on the farm. So, you know, we try to keep it up to date, maintained, and clean, so it'll last, you know, another 10 or 15 years around here.